Hey guys, ADHD here. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to make this really simple dirt survival house. I showed it to you guys on Monday, and a lot of you guys liked it, so I decided I'd get a tutorial out for you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, this house is made pretty much all out of dirt. The only blocks that are not used that are dirt, that aren't dirt, I mean, are the glass panes and the doors. So it's a great house. We're trying to conserve resources, and the rest of it is just vegetation. So it's really easy to find too, and it also just makes it look a lot cooler. So it's a great house for that. So let's go and get started on over here. Okay, so right here we have our templates, and this is just for me to make sure I'm on track. So just ignore all those markings on the floor. We are good about that. And as always, guys, remember to pause the video at any point you feel like I'm going too fast, or also rewind it if you messed up and you don't know where you went wrong. You can always rewind it. Okay, so let's go and get started on this. Okay, so what you're gonna need for this house is dirt blocks, obviously. You're gonna need grass blocks. You're gonna need some oak doors. You're gonna need some glass panes, and we're gonna need like 4 glass stained blocks. And then we're gonna need some bone meal and some other stuff like that for the vegetation type stuff as we go. But for right now we're just gonna work on the structure, and then we'll do that stuff at the end. Okay. So what you're gonna do is get your dirt block out, and we're gonna do a row of 4 wherever you want to start your house at, and that's where we're gonna place our row of 4, just like this. Okay. And then from there we're gonna go to the right a spacing of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block do another row of 4, leaving that space clear. Okay. Then you're gonna do a spacing of 2. And then on the 3rd block, you're going to do a row of 4 again, just like that. Then next, you're going to do a row of 3 spacings, 1, 2, 3. Then on the 4th block, do another row of 4, just like that. Okay, so now you should have 4 rows of 4, just like this, with a spacing of 3 on one side, spacing of 2 in the middle, and a spacing of 3 on the right side. Okay, so make sure you have those right, because we're going to be working on the rest of the house from there. So let's get started on the next side. So go over to our left pole we have right here, and we're going to be doing 2 rows of 4 behind this row of 4. So just like this, boom, 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 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the right side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we have this, and then right next to the right side of that, we are gonna go straight up with another row of 4, just like this, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Okay, and we're not going to be doing that going back and forth the whole time. I just want to do that for these first ones because this part could be confusing. So this is what it looked like above. Make sure you have this correct. Okay, so now we're going to be working from here to there. So now we're going to do a spacing of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then on the 4th block, do another row of 4, just like this. Okay, and then we're going to turn our body to the right, and we are going to do a spacing of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th block, do another row of 4. And all these spacing, just in case you're wondering, these are going to be where windows go. So we're not going to do that, each one, because it's just going to take too long. So we're just going to do the structure, then we'll add the windows once we get to the next level. Okay? So then we're going to do another spacing of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on the 6th block, another row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we're going to come on this side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do from this side, we're going to do a spacing of 3, then a row of 4. And then from right here, you can just copy what you have on that side. Okay, so we just look directly across from where we are. And as you can see, it's just the same thing. So we're just gonna copy it like this. You can just look across and do row of 4. Then look down there, we see that one. Do row of 4. Just like that. Okay, perfect. So this is what you should have right now. Looks kind of weird, but it'll all work together, trust me. Okay, so on the back, what you're gonna do is on the left and right side, we're gonna add another row of 4 to both of those, just like this. Okay, this side too. And then we're coming back over to the left side or right side, it's not going to matter because they're going to be the same equal amount of windows. So we're going to do a spacing of a total of 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th block, do a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a row of 2 spacings. Then a row of 4 on the 3rd block. Okay. Then from there, you can just leave this empty because this is also another spacing of 7 that connects those. All right, perfect. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect all of those across each other, just like this. Okay, so just take one, and we're just gonna connect all of them from the top. Really easy. That's the whole reason why we did it like this, just because it makes it a lot easier when you're talking about this kind of thing. Okay, so just take this all the way around. Trying to get back on my notes, but I'm doing the same. I'm trying to use one hand to get back on my notes and one hand to finish this up. Oops, almost went too far. Okay. And connect those. Perfect. Okay, so now what you're gonna do from here is we're gonna get our grass blocks out. Okay, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go along top of that whole row we just made with a grass block, just like this. Go along the whole thing. And just take it around. Okay, and honestly, if you, well, I'll show you that later. I was gonna say you guys do something else, but I'll just wait and show you guys that part later. I don't want to confuse anybody. Okay, so just take this all the way around. Okay, and once you have it like that, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be going around the entire thing on the outside. So basically, we're gonna do a row on the outside just like this. So just go all the way around the outside, just taking one block off of the side, just like this, onto the side, I mean. Okay. So just take that all the way around. So it's a really, really simple house design. It's just about following the pattern. Okay. And we're almost done here. And connect this. And the front. Okay, perfect. So now that you have that done, all we're gonna do is you're simply gonna just take the glass panes we have right here, these stained glass panes, and fill in all of these spots except for the door. The door is gonna be in the front right here. We're gonna place our door. Above that, we're gonna do glass blocks like that. And the rest of these holes, all of them, you're gonna put in these glass panes just like this around the entire house. And all of these spacings just like this. Okay? And I'm not gonna, show you guys, me filling the whole thing in, but I'm gonna fill it in. I'm gonna skip ahead, so just make sure every single thing is filled in with glass panes except for the door in that little area I just did for you. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now that you have all the glass panes filled in, hopefully you do. If you don't, then you weren't listening and you gotta pause it and fill this in. Okay, so now what you have to do is get your grass blocks out. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do we're just gonna finish the bottom floor and then we're gonna work on the second floor. So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go ahead and go one block above or below the top, and we're gonna fill all this in with grass blocks, the rest of the house, just like this. Okay, so just fill the rest of this in with the grass blocks, just like this, all the way through. One block below what we already have, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead, but you're just gonna take this all the way to the back. Okay, so once you have that done, as you can see, we'll go down here real quick. As you can see, the floor looks a little bit short. It's only 3 high. I'm not a fan of this. If you are, you can leave it like this. But if you're not, like me, you're going to want to remove all of this stuff from the... Let me drink a night vision potion real quick. Okay, so you're going to want to remove the flooring, all the flooring on the inside. Obviously not the ones where the glass panes are on. You're going to want to remove 2 blocks deep. Unless you actually have dirt below your house. For me, I don't have dirt below it, so I can't do that. You just want to make sure the flooring is all dirt. So just remove 2 rows down or 1 row down if you need to. I'm going to do 2 rows down because I have to remove all this gravel and I have to replace it with dirt. So just go ahead and do that real quick. So you do whatever you need to do for that. So I'm going to skip ahead, but go ahead and pause it and do that if you need to. Okay, and once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to just clear up these sides like this. We're going to be doing if you did a row of 2, then you're going to have to do this. So we're basically just going to get the grass block and we're going to do it along the whole bottom of the floor just like this. But in certain areas, as you saw right here, it's going to be like above it. So you want to just remove those and put grass blocks just like this. And just make the house look really, really nice because it'll look a little like a lower level than the outside. It just looks really cool from the windows. That's why I'm doing it like this. But you don't have to do like this. You can just completely ignore this part if you want your floor just to be leveled and kind of boring in my opinion. But I just like it like this. So we're going to go and do that right now. Just fill all of it back in now with the grass block if you haven't already. Go ahead and pause it and do that, and I'm going to skip ahead for that. Okay, so this is what your inside should look like now. Looks really nice and simple. And right here I made a little bit of a walkway from the door to make it not just like a drop directly from the door. You could put stairs there, but the whole point of the house is to try and use little, blocks as we can besides dirt. So I just wanted to leave it like that, but you can go ahead and put stairs if you want to. Okay, and now let's come back out here. So now we're working on the second floor, and the way we do this is find the beam we started with right here. We're gonna go straight up, and on top of that beam, we're gonna do a row of 4. It's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this. Okay, then behind that we're gonna do 2 rows of the exact same thing, just like this. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing on the right side. Find the beam on the right, go straight up, add 4, then do 2 rows of the exact same thing right behind it. Okay, and now what we're gonna do from here is we're working from the right side all the way around to the left side over there. Okay, so right here on the right side we're gonna do another row of 4 right here next to this. Very similar. We're just basically copying our frame below us, to be honest, if you want to keep track like that. Then we're going to do a space of 3. Then on the 4th block, do another row of 4. But then on the side, it actually changes up a little bit. The windows do change right here on the side. Okay, so then this right here is going to be a space of 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the fourth block is going to be a row of 4. Then a space of 3. Then a row of 4. A space of 3. Then a row of 4. Okay. And then on the back, it's going to be another row of 4 directly next to it, just like this. Then it's going to be a space of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on the sixth block, a row of 4. Then the middle one is going to be a row of 6 spacings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the seventh block, do a row of 4. Then the next one's going to be a row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the sixth block, a row of 4. Then we're going to turn our body. And now from here, we can copy that side actually. Or sorry guys, we need to do one more row of 4 right here next to this. Just copy this one right here. Sorry about that. Then we can go from here, copy that side until we get to the right side. Then we have to change it a little bit. Okay? So just mark them up like that, and they're going to be 4 high again. Just like this. And you just look over to that side, you can see the same thing. And then of course right here on this right side, we have to do another row of 4 directly next to it, just like this. Okay? So this is what it looks like from above. You just can pause it, take a look, and make sure yours is like this. And for the front, if you did everything correctly, it should match up with the the bottom actually. And then the sides and the back do change, so they should not match the same. Okay? So this is what it all looks like. And once you've done that, all you're gonna do is do the same thing we did on the bottom actually. We are just gonna connect all that. Okay? So just connect all of this. This time we don't even need a door, so just connect all those from the tops. Just like this. Okay? It will be leaving 3 blocks below it. Okay? Just take that all the way around. Really simple. And you could even do this with the grass block to speed the process up, but you don't have to. Okay. Alright, perfect. Now what you're going to do is we're going to get our grass block out. We're going to go around the outside of that entire thing, the same way we did with the bottom. Just going around the entire outside with the grass block. We actually should have done this one with the grass block, but it's a little too late now. It'll grow though to grass eventually. Very quickly actually. As you can see over there, it's already doing it. We're going to go around the whole thing there real quick, guys. Just like this. I'm not going to skip this part simply because I don't think it's not taking that long, as you can tell. Okay. And right here. And then connect it to the front. Perfect. And now what you're going to do is this entire center area we're going to cover with the grass block as well. So just take this and just cover this whole thing with the grass block. We are going to take this across the entire back all the way to that side over there. So I'm going to skip ahead for this part because there's quite a bit amount of filling. But just taking the grass block all the way to the back, making the roof. Okay, and once you have the entire roof filled in, we are done with the hardest part of the house, which is the structure itself. And as you can see, those lines went away too once we added the grass blocks. So now we're going to come inside real quick and kill the horse that's in here, because that is the one negative thing to having a all grass house and a dirt house, is because, you know, animals spawn in here. I'm drinking night vision potion real quick. Okay, so now what we're going to do to get upstairs and downstairs, we're going to take these vines, and on these back 2 beams, we're going to take these vines and take them all the way up. And this is going to essentially be like a ladder. Okay? And we're going to do that for both of these 2. And then we got up here, these beams are going to be the ones we turn into the ladders, just like this. Okay? And then over here too, same thing. We're going to remove, oops, jeez. Okay? Just do that. Ooh, jeez. And then do that like that. And then this one right here. And that's going to be how we get up to the top of the roof to, like, you know, take a look and, you know, see whatever you want to see up here. Just a cool thing to add to be on top of your roof. Okay? Once on the roof, what we're going to do is we're going to get the bone meal, and you're going to take it all over the roof. Just fill the whole roof with bone meal. And this is going to give it that overgrown look. Make sure you do it everywhere. You can leave certain blocks to make it look a little natural, but I definitely recommend all of the front blocks you make sure they have something in the front, whether it be a flower or one of these little shrubs. Okay? But the rest of it, you want to just make sure you get it in really good and fill it full of that stuff and not miss too many blocks. Okay? I'm going to miss a couple. Wait, what the heck? I think it's lagging. There it goes, yeah. Okay? Just like this. And boom. So that's it. So as you can see, it's missing a few blocks, but that kind of makes it look a little natural, but you just don't want to have too many missing blocks to where it looks kind of barren. So this is what we have right here. Okay? So now we're going to be working on the next part, which is actually really easy. We're going to basically get we're going to need the next part. Oh, sorry guys, I keep losing track of what I'm saying. We're going to need the bone meal, wheat seeds, if that wasn't, or bone meal if that wasn't obvious enough already. The wheat seeds, we're going to need a hoe, we're going to need water, we're going to need vines. I've already showed you guys those 2 though. Okay. So what you're going to do is leave the walkway actually perfectly clear, and you're gonna go 2 blocks away from the house, and we are gonna basically dig all the way around the entire house, keeping only 2 blocks away from the house though. Okay, so just want to make sure you keep 2 blocks away from the house at all times. Oops, I almost messed up my own rule right there. Okay, so just make sure you're keeping it like this. I'm not gonna skip this part just yet because I don't want anybody to get confused. So just make sure you're keeping those 2 blocks away, so that way you know you're on the right track. Okay, and then once you're to the side, it's a lot easier. Okay. So we're just gonna remove all of this. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna skip this part just in case anybody, you know, doesn't get what I'm saying. They can at least just look at it and see what I'm saying. Okay. And this just kind of helps. This is gonna kind of help with the animals issue a little bit. I mean, it's not gonna fix it, but it'll help a tiny bit. Okay. And right here, same thing. And remember, leaving that walkway clear. Okay. And once you have that done, what we're gonna do is take water and bring that along the entire thing we just made. Basically, so we're basically making a moat, but this does serve a purpose. You'll see in a second here, and that's basically where we're gonna put the wheat in a second. But this also does, like I've noticed, kind of keeps the animals at bay a little bit. They don't really necessarily want to get in the water to get across, so they won't be like in your windows and stuff. I mean, they can still spawn indoors, obviously, because there's grass in there. But once you add your furniture and stuff, they probably won't either. But this definitely does help keep them away from your windows as much. They still do, don't trust me, but just not as much. Okay. Then here's your diamond hoe, and along that whole water line on the inside, you're gonna go ahead and you know, use the hoe on that stuff. I don't even know what the word for what we're doing right now is called, but just use the hoe on it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it's called, but I don't know what it's called. But basically, just make the ground to where we can plant seeds in it. Okay. If you know the word for what this is actually called when you actually use the hoe on it, is this called hoeing the ground? I don't know. If you know what it's called, like the actual term for it, let me know below. Okay, so we're just gonna take this all the way through. Okay, and then go ahead and get your wheat seeds and plant those just like this. We're gonna go around the entire house like this. Just take your wheat seed along the entire thing. I'm gonna skip ahead for that. Okay, so the next part, if you don't have bone meal, or if you're in survival mode and you don't have bone meal either, you can just let it grow. But if you want to, you can go around the entire thing, which I'm gonna do with bone meal, and just grow it all, so we can just get the results of what it will look like after. So I'm gonna do that. Go ahead and skip. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead for that. But if you are going to do that same thing, go ahead and pause it. And you're just gonna basically turn all this into wheat. Okay, once you have the wheat down, we're gonna get our bone meal back out, and we are gonna go along that inside rail. Oops, jeez. We're gonna go along that whole inside area we did not, we left like that with the bone meal. And obviously in the front, you're gonna have to clear out those areas in the walkway. We're just gonna take this around the entire area right here, just to make it look a little bit more overgrown and more natural. It just looks kind of cool. Okay. And I hate how they added the update to where, like, when you use bone meal twice, it just adds to it. I mean, how many times can you do that, really? Like, only 2. But it's really annoying. I don't like it. I liked it better before. Okay? So just every now and then, place one like this. And you're going to have to clear that stuff out on the inside, and I'll show you how to clear that out if you don't know how to clear that already. Okay? Just take this all the way through, and we're going to stop right here and remove that. Okay, so this, as you can see, makes it look really natural. And we're going to go ahead and remove 2 of those flowers. That just makes it kind of look like we placed them there or something. Okay, but you guys might have, different order. What the heck? Oh, I actually remember that certain blocks, they're like destined to have a certain thing. So we have to leave them like that. I know certain blocks are like destined to have like certain things when you bone meal them. That's weird, I forgot about that. Okay, so once you have that, we're gonna get done with the vines. And for the vines, this is the easiest part. We are just gonna take this around the entire top little, right below this little lip. We're gonna take this around the entire thing, just like this, okay? Then right here, we're gonna stop, and we're gonna go right here on the sides, basically doing on the fronts of everything, okay? Not on the sides of that wall. And then the back, same thing. Just like this. And all of this eventually is going to grow and, cover those windows, but it looks really cool, trust me, okay? We're not gonna do that with the upstairs, just the bottom floor. It looks like this, and it's really cool. I'm gonna do just to make, speed up the growth a little bit here on the front one, so you can see what it's gonna look like, kind of. And then eventually those ones over the window will slowly start to grow, as you can see, and it looks really cool as they naturally grow. Okay, and then upstairs we're just gonna do it on everything besides the windows, just like this. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. You guys can see what I'm doing here, and then on this side too. And then I'm gonna do just one because, like I said, it's gonna grow down, so you don't have to worry about it unless you want to just have instant results. But I'm on the out. Yeah, I'm not only be showing the front side really pretty much, so this eventually will grow. down to the bottom like the rest of them. Okay, so for the sake of the video, I'm gonna speed it up like this. Okay, oh, let me do this one too. Alright, so this is what it should look like. We are almost done. I'm just gonna go inside and show you guys how to clear that those like little shrubs out real quick. And all you have to do for this is just come in here and you're gonna get the diamond, or not diamond, a night vision potion real quick, and just pour water like this, and that'll spread out and destroy like everything in here if there's a lot of it. And just do that in all the different corners. But I'll do that later. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please hit the video with a like. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do loads of crazy Minecraft builds just like this. So it'd be awesome if you subscribe. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.